So recently, those big time streamers that like to ruin your video games have been talking about how Arc Raiders is plagued with cheaters. This is what Shroud said on stream.
Oh, this might be my last day playing for a very long time. Like at least a couple weeks until they figure this out. This is really, really bad. It's pointless. It's actually pointless. It's ran by those guys. That's literally the entire game. It's just run by those guys. Embark has zero control over their game right now. I mean, they were on holiday, so I will give them some slack. But if it doesn't, like, if there's no like meaningful change in the next week, 2 weeks, what's the point of playing? Like, actually, what's the point?
Is cheating in Arc Raiders just a big time streamer problem, or is it more prevalent than that? Well, this got so much traction, Embark did feel the need to actually do a post about it in the Discord. So I'm going to run you through this right now. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on my experience, at least, with cheating in this game as a streamer, as a YouTube content creator, as someone who has 350 hours in the game. I am also incredibly interested in your opinion on it and what your experience has been like. Let's get into what Embark responded with. Raiders. We've seen the discussion around the topic of cheaters in Arc Raiders. Please know that we take this very seriously and are listening to and acting on your feedback. Over the next few weeks, we are implementing significant changes to our rule sets and deploying new detection mechanisms to identify and remove cheaters. This includes updating our anti-cheat systems for improved detection and bans, as well as applying client-side fixes, specifically addressing the out-of-map glitch. Furthermore, we are introducing tools for streamers to help mitigate stream sniping. Thank you for your valuable feedback and for helping us make Arc Raiders a fair and fun experience for everyone, the Arc Raiders team. Right, I think an important part to note in this announcement is that, what people would call exploits are still coming out, under the umbrella of cheating, which is correct, right? I think exploits, getting out of the map is an exploit, counts as cheating. It's a different type of cheating. It's not like a third-party program that you've paid money for to install on your PC that allows you to see through walls, but it is an exploit which comes under the banner of cheating, and Embark considers it that way. Did they say they're going to look into... I know previously they've talked about looking into the kettles. They didn't mention macros here, or maybe it could become under detection mechanisms or something else. I am interested to hear their viewpoint on macros, but they have previously said they're going to address people using kettles. My experience, or macros with kettles. My experience with cheating, 350 hours. I truly play both PvE and PvP. I pretty much do all solo PvE. I do all my trios and duos PvP, but pretty much in Stella Montes, almost exclusively, where you would get cheaters going in there because the loot is so high. And I've only really seen this happen a handful of times. I've had people glitch out of the map. I've definitely had people use macros with kettle. Well, here's the thing about macros. It's hard to tell if they're just an e-sport professional and just really, really good at clicking, or if it's a macro. I've definitely been killed with kettles that are shooting very quick, way quicker than my old fingers could do, and I felt like they're probably cheating, and I have made reports on them. I have not got any loot back yet, so either it hasn't been detected or I was just salty and they actually weren't cheating, right? That's been my experience for the most part. I guess if you don't do a lot of PvP, you're unlikely to see cheaters. They could end up in friendly lobbies, but we do know aggression-based matchmaking exists. See my previous video for that. And that if people are cheating, they're probably targeting other players to grief them and take their gear. So they're probably in the PvP lobbies anyway. And I think this is why we see a very mixed opinion online about cheating. If you go and have a look on on X, on Twitter, about people posting, have you experienced cheaters? There is a bunch of people saying no, never, I haven't. We don't know if they just mainly do PvE or how many hours have been played for, but there's definitely a portion of players that this is not an issue with a standard player. This is a streamer issue that has a large audience, and people are specifically stream sniping them and trying to address the cheaters, which is why I think Embark is also considering that part of the problem. there is a bit of a clue in here saying we're introducing tools for streamers to help mitigate stream sniping. While streamers are probably the best advertisement for their game, and it's hard to ignore streamers with like 70,000 concurrent people watching them, they want to make sure that they don't keep spreading the idea that the game is full of cheaters when it really they're seeing a high proportion of it because they're streaming to so many people, right? So I think Embark's also hoping that they give tools to streamers to stop stream sniping, and the perception of cheating will actually go down as well. Other factors that I think impact cheating in extraction shooters, I mean, already there is real world trading for arc raiders. I have personally received multiple emails from multiple companies asking if I will promote their website, which is about selling blueprints. Would you like to take a paid promotion where, you know, you can't get the Tempest blueprint and you can pay someone, you meet up with them, and they will drop the gear for you, right? Cheating and real world stuff kind of go hand in hand, because there's no way you're selling blueprints and not cheating to get them, because you want to make sure you can get them as easy as possible. In other games like Tarkov, their cheats allowed them to see where loot was. I don't know if that's possible in Arc Raiders, but when I used to play Tarkov and there were cheaters in what would be the Stella Montes map, labs, they could see where like the $1 million worth of loot is and just go straight there, hoover it up, and then go to the market to sell it. So that definitely contributes to it. I also think Embark is very, very aware that for extraction games, cheating can kill the game. I mean, cheating can kill any game. I often see people quote The Cycle Frontier as a game that died to cheating, and that was an extraction game. I played a bit of it. I actually don't really know if that's true or not. You let me know if you followed The Cycle Frontier and the lore of it, and if it died because of cheaters. I think I had probably some more issues apart from that. But if you release an extraction game and there are cheaters in it, people will leave in droves if it becomes prolific. I played a game called, and I loved it, and maybe some of you played it, Level 0 Extraction. Really, really interesting concept for an extraction shooter. You had teams of humans, but you also had teams of aliens. You got to play as the alien and run around in this extraction shooter. The alien had different abilities. But what happened was, it was very, very easy to tell when people were cheating, because the alien had like abilities to like wall hack, and you would see someone on the enemy team that would not know where you are, and they run straight to you, and then they shoot you with like the lowest level gun and hit all headshots. And in that scenario, it was super, super obvious. I haven't seen really obvious cheating like that in Arc Raiders for me. I've seen the exploits with the kettles. I've seen the getting into the roofs, like the out of map glitches, but I haven't like been smoke naded and like headshot every time. And if I have, I don't think I've automatically thought that that person has been cheating. Regardless, if cheating gets out of control in extraction games, it is a death sentence and the game will go downhill. Cheating feels bad in every game, but it feels particularly bad in extraction games where you lose everything and you have to start again because then you don't want to bring your gear in. Overall, do I think Embark has been too slow to respond to this, or in general their response to everything else? Like, for example, we had exploits to do with the keys and the key rooms and people exploiting into the key room. I think, for my liking, Embark has taken a bit longer than I would have liked to address certain key issues, but when they do address it, I feel like they do a good job on it. Like, for example, with the key exploit, people like glitching into key rooms, that should have been addressed quicker, but god damn, I love the way that they did it, that they put in flamethrowers in the room. And so if you did something naughty and you glitched into the room, it just automatically killed you. Like, that's such a great response. It took longer to implement, but it was kind of on brand and it was kind of really great. But I do think they should have got the door glitch stuff, solved quicker. Similarly, there's a big portion of the community that were asking for PvE. I like the fact that they didn't just have a knee-jerk reaction to that and try to like introduce PvE servers straight away. They did something completely different, completely unique, and they introduced aggression-based matchmaking. I thought that was an excellent decision to make, to try to appeal to everyone who loves their game for just PvE. So overall, although I think they've been a bit slow to respond to stuff, their responses, I think, have been pretty on the money. So I'm hoping this will extend to cheating and they get it right. Well, really, they can't afford to not get it right. They need to get it right for cheating, and I do have faith they will get it right. I haven't experienced the levels of cheating yet that some of these top streamers are talking about. Oh God, I wish I would, because if I was experiencing that level of cheating, I'd probably be a millionaire. Would you trade millions of dollars to be cheated at in video games? Would kind of suck, people shooting you all the time. All right, a like and a comment, we greatly appreciate it. I will see you next time. I am working on some challenge videos that have not gone well. That's what the B-roll is in the background. Me failing at the matriarch. God damn. Right, bye. See ya.